Alright, so we're doing a brake job on the 2009 Honda Fit, and my brakes probably could have gone, some more, but I bought this car used. You don't quite know what condition they're in, and there was pretty decent amount of scoring on the rotors, but I'm pretty sure there's enough there that I could have turned them. But anyway, I'm going to do a full brake job, including the drums in the back, because when I did have the tires off, those are, if I recall, were a little bit more worn than the fronts. But I won't bore you with the brake job. They're pretty easy to do on pretty much any car. But the internet has a big hubbub about these. Honda uses these retention screws to hold the brake rotors on, and from what I can gather, they're really only needed during assembly as it's going down the line. It keeps the rotor aligned on the thing as it's going down the assembly line. But there's a lot of hubbub about how to get these off, and everybody has their own opinion, seemingly. So I came a little prepared. I ordered a bunch of stuff. Because you can never have enough tools. Anyway, they are JIS, Japanese industry standard, so these are not American Phillips, and so you need a good proper tool, or you can strip the heads. Now, I did not strip that. That was that way when I started. But the standard thing to get would be an impact driver and some JIS bits here. I got this. The internet likes this, and I want to say that I believe it did this is what I used. It did a very good job. It is it's even made in Japan. It only goes one direction, off, and you do have to line it up very well. You want to seat it in the screw all the way, good and straight, hold it steady, and then give it a good whack on the end there with a decent sized motivator. And about two decent whacks. I'm not like hitting really hard. Two good decent whacks, and it popped it right off. You'll whack it, and you can feel it turn. You can feel the torque of this thing turning a little bit, and you want to hold it. You don't want to let that torque go as you smack it again, and it'll just pop right off. The next part of this, of course, is the internet is somewhat at a loss as to whether or not you should put those back in or not, or replace them rather. You shouldn't put them back in. You're going to wind up stripping them for the next time. Like this one was slightly stripped when I started. A package of JIS replacement screws here are not particularly difficult or expensive to obtain, so I recommend if you put them back in to get some screws. I'm going to put them back in. Nobody really can answer online. I've asked a couple of true mechanics, not just backyard idiots like me, and they're kind of on the fence. Some people leave them in, some people replace them. But anyway, just thought I'd throw in my 2 cents. Ugh, motorcycle parts. One of these days. This is why I will never buy another domestic or American engineered car. This is a Japanese engineered car. They're not made in Japan. This one's not. And there's a lot of Japanese car companies that are made in the States, or partially made in the States, assembled in the States. The bodies and things are made here. But the engineering behind this is much more better than like what I've been used to in the past with American cars, which all seem to fail on me in some way or another because of what I would consider just piss poor engineering. The way this brake drum has this lip to where it fits inside here. Basically almost seals this up. Look how clean this is. This has 100,000 miles on it. It comes apart very easy. Everything on this car is easy to work on. And we got 140,000 miles on it, going strong.